Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Vicky. This video is from a live class I did a couple of days ago for my local studio, and I just wanted to share it with you all. I really hope you like it. If you do, show me some love by subscribing to my channel and giving the video a thumbs up. I'd love to know your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment below. Namaste. Today's class is going to be a bit of a stronger class than last week. It's going to be a little bit faster, more dynamic, a little bit more challenging. So if you are finding it difficult, take a break whenever you need to. Just come into a child's pose or any other pose that you like, or just slow it right down. Just listen to your body. If you've got any medical conditions or any reason why you think you shouldn't be doing the class, then consult with your GP first. Otherwise, we will get started. Okay, so we're going to take it down onto the mat, lying on your back, in a reclined butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees drop out to the sides. Take the arms up and put a bend in your elbows, allowing yourself to completely relax into this pose. Close your eyes and begin to deepen your breath. Becoming fully aware of your body, your breath, and your mind. Still the mind completely. Forget about what is going on around you and become aware of what is going on inside. Filling the lungs completely and exhale it all away. Take 2 more breaths like this. Gently begin to open your eyes, bringing the knees together, maybe using the hands to help. And then we're going to come into a reclined pigeon. So the right foot, you want the ankle to go just above the left knee, and then press that right knee out to the side. See if you can put your right hand through the legs, lifting it up, and then clasp the hands just behind the left leg, pulling the legs towards you. So you can stay here in this reclined pigeon, or if the flexibility is there, you can bend your left leg fully and clasp the hands over the shin. Try not to be hunched up in a ball. Try and relax the shoulders down, so maybe just stay clasping behind the hamstring. Choose the option that works for you. Slowly release, set the foot down. Just keep the hands by the sides of the body. Press into the heel, squeeze, lift the hips up. So engage in the glute, the hamstrings, keeping those hips lifted. See if we can remove that leg, bring the knees in line, point the toes, keep the hips lifted. If it becomes difficult, just place both feet down, point the toes, reach the leg up, and then set the hips back down slowly. Clasping the hands behind this right leg, pulling the leg towards you, any amount so that we feel the stretch in the hamstring. Trying to keep the leg as straight as possible, but you can have a bend in your knee. And taking circles with that ankle, get rid of any clicks. Circling in the opposite direction. Okay, point the toes up. And then point the toes down. Feeling that stretch change, point the toes up, stretches in the front of the leg, point the toes down, stretches in the back of the leg. If you can, grab hold of your right big toe with the first 2 fingers. If not, just stay here. So if you've got hold, keeping that leg as straight as possible, place your left hand on your left hip, slide the left leg away. Deepen in that stretch. Keep breathing. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to squeeze and lift your nose up towards your knee. Hold it for a breath. Hold it for one more breath. And release it down, well done. Let your hand come down and then point the toes. So we're still keeping that leg pointing up to the ceiling, pointing the toes on both feet. Engage the abs. Lift your left leg a few inches off the floor. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Inhale, hold, exhale, switch. One more, inhale, hold, exhale, switch. Set the foot down, let the other foot come slowly down, and then bend into the knees, making a windshield wiper action with the knees going one way, and then the other, just letting everything go. Before we go on to the second side, starting with that reclined pigeon, left ankle just above right knee, press the left knee out to the side, lifting the legs up, clasping the hands behind the right hamstring. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed down, we're not scrunching into a ball. Make it passive. Hold it for a few breaths. And release it down. So we're keeping the feet the way they are, we're just setting that right foot down, place the hands next to the body, press into the heel, squeeze and lift up into that bridge pose. Engage in the glutes. Keep it lifted, see if you can straighten your left leg, point the toes, keep the knees together. Keep it lifted. Send the foot, point the toes up to the ceiling, and then slowly, slowly set the hips down to the ground. Well done. Coming into that hamstring stretch, clasp the hands behind the leg, pull it towards you, and then start to make those circles with the left ankle. Circling in the opposite direction. Okay, let's point the toes up to the ceiling and then point the toes down, keeping that stretch for the hamstring. Point the toes up, feel the stretch in the front of the foot, point the toes down, stretching the back. Again, if you can, see if you can clasp your big toe with the first two fingers. If you can't reach, just hold on to the leg anywhere and you can have a little bend in your knee, that's absolutely fine. Place right hand on right hip, straighten the leg, send it away and breathe. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift the nose towards the knee, deepen in that stretch, staying for 2 breaths. One more breath. Slowly set it back down. Let go of the toe, but keep the leg lifted up, point the toes. Lift your right foot a few inches off the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, switch, working into the core. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale, switch. One more. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Set the right foot down, slowly set the left foot down. Bend into the knees and make that windshield wiper action again. Setting the knees from one side to the other. Okay, we're going to bring the knees onto the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. And just hold it here for a sec. Maybe you want to rock on your back. Okay, we're going to bring it up to a boat pose from here. We're going to rock our way up. So we send the feet back, forwards, holding onto the shins. And then we're going to hover in boat pose. Try and balance on your bum. And see if you can let go of those shins, pointing the fingertips forwards. We've got our shins and our arms parallel to the ceiling. Try to keep the chest lifted rather than round in the back. And if you can, straighten out those legs. Keep breathing, one more breath. Well done. Set the feet down. So we're going to keep our knees and our feet hip distance apart, and we're going to just lean back, keep holding onto the knees. We're going to do cat and cow just like this. So I want you to inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round the back. We're using our arms to help. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift it up, look up. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale up, take two more. Exhale down. One more. Exhale down. Taking a twist while we are here, bring the feet together. Press the knees together, take the left hand behind and bring the right arm just to the outside of the left leg. Inhale to find length, exhale to twist and look behind. Keep breathing. Slowly rotate, bringing it back central and then going over to the other side. So the right hand, place it behind. Left hand comes to the outside of the leg. Inhale for length. Exhale as you twist to look behind. Take one more breath here. And then slowly come round to centre. Now I want you to bring your right foot in first, bringing the heel in towards the body, and then bring the left foot to follow, but keeping a little gap between the feet so that the legs don't touch. From here, I want you to walk the hands forwards, feeling a stretch into the glute. So don't worry if you can't walk it very far forwards. You might be here with the arms straight, that's absolutely fine. But if you can, keep walking forwards. Maybe we're on forearms. Maybe we make two fists, resting the forehead onto the fists. Choose the option that works for you. Okay, slowly lifting the chest back up. Place the left hand down, reach the right arm up, inhale, exhale, send it over to the left side, body stretch. Breathe, try not to collapse forwards, look up if you can. Inhale to reach it up, exhale, bring the hands down. Let's switch sides. Left heel comes in first, then the right heel. Little gap between, so we're not really close to the body, there's a little gap between the legs. Walk the hands forwards, any amount, listen to your body, and then take it to that position where we feel that stretch in the glute and hold it here. Keep breathing. Start to lift the chest up, placing the right hand down, left arm reaches up, inhale, exhale, sending it over to this side, try not to collapse the elbow, press it back, look up. Try not to lift the seat, keep both sit bones down. Breathe into that side body. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, place the hands down. Well done. So we're going to come over into a tabletop position. A half chaturanga to start with. So just walk the hands forwards a couple of inches. I want you to lift your feet off the floor and send your hips down, bringing them in line with the body. And we're going to drop down nearly onto our belly by bending our elbows, keeping them close to our body, and then we're going to press back up. Do 2 more like this. Slowly lower down, press back up. 1 more, slowly down, send it back up, and this time we're coming all the way down onto our belly. And we're going to send the feet down as well. Keep the hands next to the chest for cobra, keep the elbows pointing back. Inhale, lift the chest, look forwards. Exhale down. Inhale to lift. Exhale down, take 1 more, inhale, lift. And exhale down. Let's do that again, but lift the hands up away from the floor. Inhale, lift. Back muscles only. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Take 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Well done. Set the hips towards the heels for child's pose. Let the forehead come onto the mat. And just reach the fingertips away. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Really trying to get the bum nice and close to the heels. Allowing your body to sink down into this beautiful stretch. Okay, let's lift it up. Tabletop position. And then we're going to come into a downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Sit bones are reaching for the sky. Chest pressing towards thighs. Biceps forwards, triceps back. Spread the fingers wide and maybe pedal out the feet. Walk your dog. Stretching the backs of the legs. Waking the body up. First downward dog normally tells us that we need to stretch some more. Take 1 more breath here. Then slowly walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Top of the mat, ragdoll fold. Feet are hip distance. We've got a bend in our knees. Upper body dangles over the legs. And we just sway a little bit from side to side. Decompression of the spine. Holding opposite elbows just to give you that little bit of extra pull. 1 more breath. Let the hands drop down. Slowly roll all the way up to standing. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer position. Just take a moment here. Okay, it's really, really hot today, guys. I don't know if you're doing this indoors or outdoors, but wherever you are, it's really hot. Get a drink whenever you need to. Try and stay cool. We're going to stay at the top of the mat, standing with either the feet together or hip distance apart, and we're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutation, doing the full sun salutation. First one we're going to do slow, doing it together, and then the second 2 we're going to speed it up, doing each movement with 1 breath. So let's stand in mountain pose, shoulders roll back, strong legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Stay for a breath. Maybe you've got a bend in your knees. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands on shins, maybe hands on the floor, depends on flexibility. On your next exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into a high plank. Hold it for a breath. Okay, we're going to shift forwards onto our toes, bend our elbows and lower down all the way onto our belly, keeping the elbows in. On an inhale, come into that cobra. Exhale, hips lift for downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Inhale, step forwards. Come into halfway lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up to stand. And on an exhale, bring the hands into prayer. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Feel free to slow it down. Feel free to skip. Stay in child's pose if you need to. Please listen to your body and do what you need to do today. Okay, mountain pose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a high plank. Lower down, all the way onto your belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale for downward dog. Inhale, come forwards, halfway lift. Exhale into that fold. And then inhale to reach it up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Let's do it one more time. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step into high plank and lower down. Maybe we do upward dog, where the hips and the thighs lift. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand. And exhale, bring the hands into prayer. Come to mountain pose. Close your eyes. And I just want you to feel into your body for a moment. Gently opening your eyes. Well done, guys. Probably feeling a little bit warmer now. Feel free to get that drink if you need it. We're going to stay at the top of the mat. We're going to bring our feet together, big toes touch, heels ever so slightly apart. Coming into chair pose. So we've got our knees pressing together, set the hips back, and reach the arms up. Look up if you can, point the fingers. Try not to have a big arch in the lower back. Keep it nice and straight. Keep breathing. We're going to bring the hands into a prayer position. And then we're going to hook the right elbow to the outside edge of the left thigh. Try not to let the right knee pop forwards. Keep them in line. Finding balance. We're going to step back from this position into a high lunge. Maybe we can try and balance for a second on the left leg before we step back. Totally up to you how you get there. And you can stay here or you can open out the arms, looking up to those fingertips. We're going to come into a high lunge and lift the chest. Twisted, so we're opening out to the left. Keep the arms reaching out to the sides. Reach the arms up for your high lunge. So I'm going to be turning away from you now. We're going to open out to the right into a warrior two. So the back foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat, front foot forwards. Arms are strong and long. Shoulders are above our hips. Bending deeply into that front leg. Straighten out that front leg. Turn the toes, now the feet are parallel. Place the hands onto the hips. Inhale to lift the chest, look up. Exhale into a forward fold. So we dive the chest down. Trying to bring the crown of the head to look at the mat. And just noticing whether the weight is in the heels or the toes. Bring your hands down. Maybe we can move the weight from heels to toes just ever so slightly. Enjoying this forward fold, stretching our hamstrings. Start to press into the palms to lift the chest up, and then we're going to walk our hands towards our left leg, bend into the front knee, come into runner's lunge on the ball of the back foot, and then plant the right hand, reach the left hand up for a twist. Okay, you've got the option to stay here, or step it back into a side plank. So this left leg is going to step back, either little steps or one big step, meeting in a side plank. Hold it, hips lifted. Don't worry if you're still in that twisted lunge, that's fine. Let everybody meet in a high plank. And let's flow. So chaturanga down, either halfway or all the way. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale for downward dog. Inhale, come forwards into that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer. Well done. Let's do that again, but on the other side this time. So bringing the feet together, ready for chair pose. Reach the arms up, set the hips back. Looking up if you can. Pressing the knees together. Okay, just holding it here. And we're going to go into that twist on the other side. So bring the hands into prayer. And then let's hook the left elbow against the outside of the right leg. Try not to let the left knee slip forwards. Keep them in line. Press into the elbow to deepen that twist. We're going to step back into that lunge. Maybe we hover. So we lift the left leg briefly before we step it back into that lunge. Maybe we stay, maybe we open out the arms, looking up if you can. Strong legs. Coming up into high lunge, lift the torso, and we're staying twisted, so the right hand is back, left hand is forward. And then we reach the arms up for high lunge. Look up. Opening out to the left for warrior two. Make sure we've got a big bend in that front knee and we're not leaning the torso forwards. Back foot parallel with the short edge of the mat. Strong arms. Glutes engaged. Straighten the front leg. Turn the feet. So both feet are parallel. Placing the hands on the hips. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale, forward fold. Dive the chest down. Wide-legged forward fold. Bring the hands onto the mat. And then this time we're going to see if we can hold on to our big toes with our first two fingers. If you can't, don't worry. Keep the hands down on the mat or on a block, whatever you can. If you're holding the big toes, send your elbows out to the side to gently pull with the arms to go deeper into this stretch. Sit bones widen. Crown of the head comes closer to the floor. One more breath. Slowly release the grip of the feet. Press into the palms to lift the chest. Walking towards the right foot. And then bending into that front knee for low lunge. Coming into easy twist, left palm plants, right hand reaches up, look up. So you've got the option to stay here, or you can step back. A couple of steps or one big step into that side plank. Keep the hips lifting up. One more breath. And then bring the right hand down, coming into a high plank. We're going to flow again, so chaturanga, either halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. And then inhale, step it forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands in prayer. Mountain pose, take a few breaths and close your eyes. So we're going to do some balance poses now. We're going to start with standing pigeon, keeping the weight into the left leg. I want your right ankle to come just above the knee of the support leg. Let the knee drop out to the side, bring the hands into prayer, and then sink the hips down. If you're struggling with balance, feel free to hold on to a wall, a chair, whatever you can. Feeling the stretch in the glutes on the right side. Slowly lift it up. And then we're going to just bring the thigh on top of the other thigh, trying to keep the legs nice and close together and bending into both legs for eagle pose. Try and hook, if you can, your toes around your calf muscle, but don't worry if you can't. And you're going to bring your right arm underneath your left, wrapping once or twice, pressing the forearms together, trying to lift the elbows away from the chest and reach the fingertips forwards. Eagle. So from this eagle, we're going to step into a warrior one legs. So unhook the legs, keep the arms the same, and take a big step back. And I want you to plant your foot so that it's pointing out about a 45-degree angle. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Stay here if you can. A little back bend, looking up to fingertips. Slowly, let's bring the elbows down, release the arms, place the hands on the hips, and straighten out your front leg. Move the back foot forwards about an inch or two, and just make sure that the hips are pointing forwards. So I'll just demonstrate from the side. Make sure your hips are pointing this way and not out to the side. Maybe move your back heel a bit closer. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, and just fold, holding it halfway so we've got a flat back, feeling that stretch in the left hamstring. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, see if you can get your nose towards your knee. Feel free to put the arms down, placing the hands on the floor if you need to. Let's bring the right hand down onto the mat. Maybe we're on fingertips, maybe we've got a bend in the knee, that's fine. Take an inhale and reach the left arm up towards the ceiling, pressing the left shoulder back as we open the chest. Bend into that front knee and then plant the hands down. We're going to step that back foot back a bit and set the knee down onto the mat, coming into lizard pose. So we're going to bring the left hand to the inside of the leg and just toe heel the foot out towards the edge of the mat. Wrists are below our shoulders, and we're just going to try and sink the hips down, maybe move the back leg back a little bit, and if we can, maybe lower onto our forearms. This isn't accessible, don't worry, don't force anything. Maybe just put a little bend in your elbows. Listen to your body, be kind to your body. Straighten the arms. Let's toe heel the foot back into the centre. And come into an easy twist. Left hand reaches up. Maybe we reach for our our back foot, coming into a quad stretch. If you can't reach, stay in that easy twist. Try to sink the hips down towards the mat. Looking behind you if you can. And release, reach the arm up. Place the hand down. We're going to come into a three-legged dog from here. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Lift the back knee and send that left foot up towards the ceiling. Squeeze and lift. Send the foot down. And then let's flow. Come into a high plank. Come down, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog, hips lift up. Step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring the hands into prayer. Mountain pose. We're going to switch to the other side, so we're doing all of those balance poses again on the other side. I've just got to try and remember which leg I did. Yeah, okay, so you go now, Mash, go on. Okay, so, sorry about that. The weight is going to be into the right foot this time, and we're going to start off in standing pigeon. Now I've remembered. Okay, figure four shape with the legs. Knee drops out to the side, ankle is just above the knee. Bend into that support leg. Woo. Set the hips back, bring the hands into prayer. Don't worry if you're wobbly. Normally happens more on one side than the other. That is completely normal. Something to mention here is to keep the back nice and straight. So try not to round your back. Lift the chest and then sink the hips. And you will feel the stretch a bit deeper. Slowly lifting it up. And then coming into eagle pose, wrapping the leg round. So we want the legs to come really close together. And see if we can hook the toes around the calf muscle. Don't worry if you can't, it's fine if you're here. And then from here, the left arm goes underneath the right arm, wrapping once, maybe twice. Once we've arrived in this eagle pose, see if you can lift the elbows up away from your body and reach the fingertips up and away. Don't worry if you're wobbling. Completely fine. Arms are going to stay the same, but we're going to unhook the legs and we're going to step back. Coming into our warrior one legs. So we've got the back foot pointing out at about a 45-degree angle. And we've got a big bend in our front knee. See if you can come into a little back bend by reaching the elbows up, looking up. Don't worry if you can't. Slowly, let's straighten it up. Unravel the arms, hands on hips, straighten the front leg. Lovely. I'm getting a little bit sweaty. Don't know about you guys. Okay, I'm just going to demo from the side. I want you to move your back foot forwards a couple of inches so that the hips are facing forwards and not to the side. For our pyramid pose, inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come halfway. Stretching into the right hamstring. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, see if you can get the nose towards the knee. Hands can come down if you want. One more breath. And then bring the left hand down. If you've got a bend in this knee, that's fine. Don't overdo it. Listen to your body. Maybe we come onto our fingertips for this twist. Right hand reaches up to the ceiling, look up, press the shoulder back. Now this might be too much. If it is, stay in the previous pose. Let's come out slowly, bend into the front knee, plant the hands either side of the foot. Step the left foot back, coming into runner's lunge and then dropping that back knee down. Coming into lizard pose, bring the right hand to the inside of the foot and then Toe heel the foot out towards the outer edge of the mat. Wrists are below shoulders. And we're going to sink the hips, maybe move the leg back a bit. Try to get the hips nice and low. Maybe we can drop onto our forearms. Don't worry if you can't, I find this one really difficult. It's quite a strong stretch for the hips, so if your hips are very open, you will find it difficult. Just listen to your body. Maybe a little bend in the elbows to encourage a little bit more stretch. Start to straighten out the arms. Toe heel the foot back, in towards the centre. Coming into that easy twist, reach the right arm up, press the shoulder back. Maybe stay here, maybe reach for your left foot. If you've got your foot and your hips are here, try and sink the hips forwards and down. Press the right shoulder back, look back. If you can't hold your foot, do not worry, just stay in easy twist. This is a great one to do with a strap. You can hold the strap and pull your foot closer towards you, and eventually you will reach it. Release the pose, plant the hand, and then we're going to come into that three-legged dog. So we're going to lift the back knee and then shoot the right foot up towards the ceiling, squeeze the glutes, place the foot down. Let's flow, high plank. Down chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Let's stay in downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Stay with it. If you need to, you can come to child's pose for a little breather. One more breath here. We've got one last little sequence to do. Before we finish, I told you it was going to be a bit more challenging today, so I'm sorry if it is a little bit sweaty, but I hope you're all feeling good. Okay, downward dog. Right leg reaches up, three-legged dog, squeeze the glutes. We're going to do plank, in, out. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knee to chest, plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank, knee to chest. One more. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, plank, hold it here. And then send the foot over towards the left on the knife edge of that foot. Back heel drops down, left hand reaches for fallen triangle. And falling glasses off my head. Keep the hips lifted up, look up. Okay, left arm is going to reach up and over, feeling that lovely stretch down the side of your body. Hips stay lifted, one more breath. The left hand comes down, slowly make your way back to three-legged dog. Bend the knee, step it forwards in between the hands, come up into a high lunge. Holding this high lunge for one more breath. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Breathe. Bring your hands into prayer position. Coming into a warrior 3. So we're going to come forwards, lifting your back leg up, trying to make ourselves parallel with the floor, balancing on our right leg. You can point your toes if you like. Nice to have a wall nearby if you're wobbling. Right hand comes down, so you want your right hand to come in front of the toes, maybe a foot and a half, and then slightly out to the right. Lift your left arm up for half moon, squeeze the leg up, try and stack left hip on top of right hip. If it's difficult, just come out. You've got about 2 more breaths, and then we're all meeting in a forwards fold. 1 more breath. Okay, well done. Let's meet in that forward fold. At the top of the mat, feet hip distance. Inhale to rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands in prayer. Okay, shake the legs off. Probably feeling a little bit weird. Let's do exactly the same on the other side before we come into Shavasana and have a nice rest. Okay, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a high plank. Chaturanga down. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Stay here. We'll go into the other side. So the left leg lifts for three-legged dog. Squeeze the glute. Keep it lifted. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee to the chest. High plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, high plank, squeeze it in. Inhale, last one, three-legged dog. Exhale, plank. Squeeze, lift the knee to the chest, and then send the foot out towards the right on the knife edge of that foot. Back heel drops down, right hand reaches up, fallen triangle. Hips stay lifted. Reaching those fingertips up to the ceiling. Strong. Reach the right arm up and over to get that lovely stretch down the side of the body. One more breath. Right hand plants down, three-legged dog. Left leg kicks up. Bend the knee, step it through. Place it down in between the hands. Rise up into a high lunge. Shoulders relax. Hold for a few breaths. We are nearly there. If you're still with me, hope you are. You've done amazing. One more breath here. Bring the hands into prayer position. Get ready for that warrior three, coming onto the left leg. Ooh. Lifting the right leg up, balancing, bringing your body parallel to the floor. Try not to lift the right hip. Keep it in line with the left. Maybe point the toes. Left hand comes down for half moon, so it's slightly out to the left. It's about 1.5 foot away from your foot. Then we're going to open out to the right. The right arm reaches up. Stack right hip on top of left hip. Squeeze the glute to keep the leg lifted. You should feel like you're being pulled in all directions. One more breath, keep it going. And then we're going to come into that forward fold, bend the knee, plant the foot down, chest towards thighs. Slowly come all the way up to standing position. Exhale, hands in prayer. Awesome job, well done. Let's flow back down onto our mat, coming into Shavasana pose. Okay, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's step back into a high plank, chaturanga down, elbows in, upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Take 2 breaths here. Our final downward dog of the class. Before we come down, setting our knees onto the mat for tabletop, and then making your way onto your back. Bring the knees onto the chest and give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug, and maybe a rock on your back. And we're starting to really wind down. Slow the breath, slow the movements. I want you to keep your right leg in, send your left leg away, keep it straight and down. Coming into a spinal twist, left hand, just place it over the top of the right knee. Right arm out to the side. Just shift the shoulders over to the left and then twist. So you're pulling the knee over towards the left. And you don't want your right shoulder to lift up, keep it pressed down. You can look up or you can look over towards your right hand. Such a lovely stretch to do at the end of the class. And I also feel as though it resets the spine. So we finish feeling totally refreshed. Let's rotate back. And then let's switch the side. Bring the left leg in, send the right leg away, straightening it out. Pulling that left leg towards your chest. Right hand, just place it over the left knee, left arm out to the side. Shift the shoulders over to the right before you twist. So pull the knee over to the right. And keep your left shoulder pressing down into the mat. Look up or look left, up to you. Breathe. Last breath. And then rotate back. Knees onto the chest. Last stretch. Happy baby. See if you can hold on to your two big toes with your first two fingers and pull the knees down towards your torso. Soles of the feet looking up towards the ceiling. If you can't hold the toes, you can hold on behind the hamstrings, just pulling down or maybe holding the shins. Just do whichever one works for you, but try and keep your lower back on the mat. So we're not lifting it up here. The whole back is flat to the floor. Happy baby. Bring the legs together, release the grip of the toes, and then place the feet down, coming into Shavasana pose, corpse pose, final resting pose. Slide the feet away, separate the legs, let the feet just drop out to the sides. Moving the arms away from the body, have the palms facing up. So you want to feel the shoulder blades come flat to the floor. Okay, I invite you to close your eyes, to deepen your breath. We're going to be staying here for a few minutes. Notice if there is any tension held. Scan your body starting from the toes, work your way up to your head. If you feel tension, take an inhale, and as you exhale, physically feel that tension melt away from your body. When you arrive at your head, check your facial muscles are scrunched up. Relax around the eyes, relax the jaw. Any thoughts that arrive into your mind, just let them come and go, like clouds drifting across the sky. Not holding on to anything. You're just watching your thoughts. Coming back to your normal breathing. Starting to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers as we start to wake our body up. Reach the arms up overhead and point the toes, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale with a sigh out of your mouth. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. One more cleansing breath. Inhale. Just let everything go. And then when you're ready, roll onto your side. And then lift yourselves up slowly, keeping the eyes closed or keeping the eyelids nice and soft. Come into a comfortable seated position. Spine is tall. Take a moment to just come back. Bring your hands into prayer. Namaste. Thank you so much. Hope you all enjoyed the class. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a lovely day.